Good afternoon, class of 2021. I am Julie, your dean, and I'm thrilled to join you live to celebrate this milestone with you. You have worked diligently and persevered, and the entire Algonquin College community feels proud to have been part of your academic journey. I am very excited to be able to join you live to go through this celebration together online. Today's convocation will take place in two segments, including all of the traditional elements of convocation, along with customized online elements just for our grads. I'll be here to walk us through together virtually. First, we'll watch our school's official convocation ceremony. Second, I will invite you to watch your customized graduate slide that can be found on our school's convocation page. Then I would love for you to join us for a post-ceremony reception where you'll be able to reconnect with our faculty and your peers. So let's get started. While you watch our school's convocation ceremony, I encourage you to reflect on your accomplishments that brought you to this day. This ceremony was curated with each of you in mind. The speeches reflect your drive and perseverance through all of the obstacles you faced. If able, gather with family and friends, whether it be in person or online, and take it all in. You have graduated. This is for you, class of 2021. After the ceremony, I will walk you through the next step.
Segu agwegu, deganadasa nianget. Welcome everyone to the Algonquin College Convocation Ceremonies. My English name is Ron McClister, and I am the Vice President, Truth, Reconciliation, and Indigenization here at the college. I am also Turtle Clan of the Oneida Nation. As guests, Algonquin College is proud to acknowledge that today's convocation ceremony is taking place on the unceded and traditional territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. In recognition of this, we will begin today's ceremony with Bear Nation, as they use traditional languages of the Anishinaabe people, and their song will offer encouragement. And of course, the powerful beat of the drum, which always represents the heartbeat of our Mother Earth. Please also visit the main convocation site to hear from our friend and our elder, Barbara Dumont Hill. Yawongo Yoyanladi. Good work.
Hello, everyone. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you to the Bear Nation for their performance in celebration of our students. It was a very meaningful and fitting way to begin our ceremony. My name is Chris Jansen, and I am the Senior Vice President Academic at Algonquin College. Today, it is my distinct honor to serve as Master of Ceremony for Algonquin College's 2021 Spring Convocation. First and foremost, I want to welcome our graduates to these important festivities. This is your well-deserved moment. We are gathered remotely to celebrate your tenacity, commitment, and innovation, your many sacrifices, your collective achievements, and success stories. Today, we also welcome all your friends and family members who may be watching this online. We are so thrilled you are able to join us today for this wonderful celebration. This year marks the second time our convocation ceremony is being held remotely. Due to the provincial shutdown and public health advice regarding the coronavirus, large gatherings and events are currently not permitted. As a result, the college is hosting all Algonquin College convocation ceremonies online again this year. This graduating class has already proven how adaptable it is, embracing new approaches to learning, collaborating and socializing, celebrating throughout the pandemic. While we cannot all celebrate in the same physical space, we can all celebrate in the same spirit. Across Ottawa, Pembroke, and Perth, this province, this country, and even abroad, we come together and connect today on this momentous occasion. This online ceremony has been created with you, the graduate, in mind, combining all the traditional aspects that you would have experienced in person, and also an opportunity to connect with your faculty and peers in your program-specific reception following this ceremony. Now, let's get started. Today, you are realizing your dreams and coming to the end of your current academic roads. You are now ready to take new paths and meet the challenges that lay ahead. But if I can offer one piece of advice, it is that lifelong learning remains fundamental to your journeys ahead. As Leonardo da Vinci said, learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. I know you leave Algonquin College with many skills and tools you can employ as you continue to learn and grow and make your marks in your chosen fields. At this point, I ask all who are able to please stand and join with our vocalist, Aria Ratanavang, in the singing of our national anthem. Aria is a graduate of the Algonquin College Performing Arts program. Aria?
Thank you. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Aria. I now call upon Claude Brulé, President and CEO of Algonquin College, to give the President's address. President Brulé?
Thank you, Chris. Greetings, graduates of 2021. Que bonjour. As your president, I am both humbled and honored to be with you on this happy occasion to celebrate not only your accomplishments, but also your resilience and your determination at this unique time in the history of the college, our country, and indeed the world. Graduates, this is your celebration. Congratulations to each and every one of you. On behalf of the Algonquin College Board of Governors, I want to welcome you, our graduates, your family, friends and guests, as well as our faculty and staff, to our virtual convocation ceremony. While we cannot come together under one roof, we can come together as one college community to recognize the incredible achievements of so many. At this special time, we also want to take the time to recognize and thank the people who supported our graduates along their academic journey. To all the parents, grandparents, friends, mentors who lent a hand or sometimes a shoulder to lean on, dispensed sage advice, or perhaps assisted financially, thank you for your support of our graduates. And I know that our graduates feel the same way too. Navigating the past year has been difficult, and the stories that have emerged are complex. But through the many challenges, we've always been able to rely on our collective strength, sense of optimism, and comfort in the knowledge that we're making progress together. While our journey through this pandemic is not over, we're seeing glimpses of hope on the horizon. Millions of people in different parts of the world and across Canada are being vaccinated, increasing the prospects of hugging our loved ones once again and returning to some degree of normalcy within our communities. Graduates, that same sense of hope surrounds us as we celebrate today with your loved ones, classmates, and mentors. The optimisms we are feeling today can also serve as a powerful motivator in the years ahead, as we begin the enormous task of building a stronger and more equitably distributed economy, a more inclusive and reconciled society, a more sustainable environment. The global recovery that is about to commence will provide you with opportunity not seen in generations. You are the leaders who will take the lessons we've all learned this past year and forge a new path forward. This pandemic has shone a light on the most vulnerable places and people in our society. We know that it has disproportionately affected women, Indigenous communities, people of color, the elderly, and the impoverished. And we've also been confronted this past year with harsh truth and realities of racism and injustices past and present that many of us have not yet fully appreciated or understood, let alone take concrete steps to address, either in our own individual ways or collectively. The opportunity to address these shortcomings and build a society based on respect and caring lies before all of us, and now includes you. You are equipped to do this important work thanks in part to the sacrifices that you've made over the last year and the education and training you have received. You are now prepared to seize these new opportunities because you have learned to work effectively in volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous time. As you prepare to unleash your potential during these great times of uncertainty, you can take comfort in knowing that you are not alone. Not only do you have family and friends from which you can draw great strength, but you are now part of an extended family of over 200,000 Algonquin College alumni. I encourage you to explore the many opportunities our Alumni and Friends Network now offer you to stay connected. The college community has so many reasons to be inspired and proud. With your indulgence, I will highlight two inspiring stories of graduates who are lending their skills to make a difference on the front line and help with the recovery. Take Luciana Vieira, a graduate of Algonquin's 1999 Practical Nursing Program, who is now general manager at a retirement home in North York. She left her young daughter in the care of her grandmother and moved into the retirement home full-time because the need to support the residents and her team was so critical. And Ali Visser, a recent graduate of the Personal Support Worker Program. She had just finished her training at Algonquin College when she was immediately hired at the Osgood Care Center, where she joined her mom, Jackie, a veteran personal support worker, to provide care to residents during the most dire days of the pandemic. Ali and Luciana both exemplify the willingness to put the good of the community ahead of self-interest. These values will continue to form the cornerstone of our recovery from this pandemic. And today, you are ready to step forth and play your part in this incredible story. And speaking of stories, it's no secret that I'm a big fan of the author Neil Gaiman. And I'd like to borrow what I think are appropriate quotes for today's celebration. If you dare nothing, then when the day is over, nothing is all that you will have gained. And that which is dreamt can never be lost, can never be undreamt. Now more than ever, graduates, the world needs you to be bold. Dare yourself to dream big dreams. I encourage you to take those dreams and be fearless in making them come true. Let the abundance of opportunity that surrounds you and your desire to succeed be what defines you. Take pride in the strength and resolve that have helped carry you to this day, and let it light your path as you set forward on this coming journey. Congratulations, graduates, and best wishes on your continued success. Miigwech, thank you, merci.
Thank you, President Brule, for your thoughtful remarks and words of wisdom to the graduates. We will now proceed with the conferral of an honorary degree. The college awards honorary degrees on occasion to acknowledge exemplary achievement in education, industry, community service, or other areas of leadership in our society. This honor is bestowed upon individuals who have made a difference in the lives of our students, our college, and our country. Individuals who share the college's values of caring, learning, integrity, and respect, and who serve as shining examples of what is possible when one is committed to the betterment of our community and our world. President Brule, members of the Board of Governors, graduates, families, and friends, I am honored to present an individual who represents the passion, heart, and determination of Algonquin College, Roberta Jameson. A woman of many firsts, Six Nations chief, lawyer, Ontario ombudsman, businesswoman, policy advisor, mediator, role model. That list speaks volumes about Roberta's lifelong devotion to bettering the lives of Canada's Indigenous communities. A Mohawk woman, Roberta was the first Indigenous woman in Canada to earn a law degree, the first woman to be elected chief of the Six Nations of the Grand River Territory, the first woman ombudsman of Ontario, serving 10 years in that capacity, and the first non-parliamentarian appointed as an ex officio member of the House of Commons Committee. Behind all of these firsts is a sense of deep obligation to the interests of First Nations people. As she once said, we know from experience that when our people serve our own people, we have incredible success. Raised on the Six Nations of the Grand River, Roberta's concern for justice was sparked in 1971 by the Quebec government's plan to build the James Bay Hydroelectric Project and flood the traditional territory of the James Bay Cree. A McGill University medical student at the time, Roberta took up the cause of the James Bay Cree, but soon realized she needed legal skills to be effective. In 1973, Roberta enrolled at the University of Western Ontario to study law, graduating 3 years later. That was her first. The other firsts followed in due course. Most recently, Roberta served as CEO and president of Inspire, a charity that invests in the education of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. She is also an authority on non-adversarial methods of conflict resolution. Her skills as a mediator between First Nations and the federal and provincial governments have won wide recognition and numerous awards. In 2016, Roberta was promoted to an Officer of the Order of Canada for her contributions to Indigenous people across Canada. Mr. President, members of the Board of Governors, graduates, and guests, I am pleased to present the 2021 honorary degree recipient, Roberta Jameson. By the authority of the Board of Governors and on behalf of President Brule, Algonquin College is pleased to confer upon you one of its highest honors, that of honorary degree. Algonquin College is proud to offer Roberta Jameson another award, an honorary degree, for putting Canada's Indigenous first in her work. Roberta Jameson is joining us remotely today. Ms. Jameson, I invite you now to give your address.
Greetings, Sego. I join you today from my home community, the Six Nations of the Grand River Territory. I begin by acknowledging the Algonquin people on whose unceded lands Algonquin College is located. And I bring my best greetings to all of the graduates, parents, and staff. Congratulations, graduates. I am privileged to be part of this occasion and by the honor you've bestowed on me today. I say for this, Nyawagoa, sincere appreciation in my language. We are gathered virtually during a very challenging time in our country, indeed throughout the world. Graduates, I have every confidence that you will meet the challenge with determination, hope, and a positive spirit, an innovative spirit, all of which are qualities that have brought you to this place in your life. There's one more quality that you'll require in the coming period, not only to thrive, but also to excel. One more vital tool in your personal toolkit, and that is resilience. First Nations people know something about resilience, given our history, a history that is increasingly being acknowledged by all Canadians as our shared history. Resilience of my own people enables me to be before you today. Well, where does that resilience come from? I want to share with you one teaching that helps to shed light on the answer to this question, a teaching that has helped me my entire career. And that is the necessity to have what my people call a good mind, and to exemplify it in everything that we do. A good mind is renewed every morning by the gratitude we express to the Creator for giving us another day of life. A good mind is evidenced in the way we interact with our families, our colleagues, with those who share similar views, and especially in the way we interact with those who hold differing or opposing views. Well, what does that mean, a good mind? It means that we're obliged to support and empower one another. It means that rather than judging other people and criticizing their ideas, we are obliged to come to the table with constructive ideas, with solutions, with positive energy, and the willingness to work together to solve problems. It means that when you meet negativity or other things that are deeply disturbing, such as racism and the polarization of positions that too many of us engage in nowadays, you cannot be consumed by that energy. A good mind is best nurtured when you surround yourself with people who are positive, people who make you feel good, people who also have a good mind. And it's more than a cliche about seeing the glass half full. And by the way, it works. Having a good mind is a dynamic attitude that engages with the present and enables you to contribute to shaping a positive future. It enables you to understand that life is not a zero-sum game, that when one person succeeds, it is not at the expense of another. A good mind enables you to create a rising tide that raises all boats. When I think about everything my own people have been through, the dispossession of lands and resources, colonization, residential schools, as well as the enduring legacy of poverty, missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, inequitable access to justice, education, potable water, housing, and even healthcare, I am always amazed with the fact that rather than being angry or bitter, we are still willing to engage with others around us in a good way. We are the definition of resilience. And when I think about the secret to this fact, I cannot help but conclude that it rests in large part on our teachings and our commitment to keep a good mind. So graduates, when you think about the future in a post-pandemic world, when you're tempted to be discouraged about job prospects or career opportunities, remember your own resilience. that has brought you to this wonderful achievement and celebration today. Nurture this spirit and think about how much further you can go if you too keep a good mind. Thank you for today, Nyawagoa, and thank you for listening to my words.
Thank you. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Laura Stambra, Vice President, Student Services, who will introduce today's valedictorian. Laura?
Thank you, Chris. It's my great pleasure today to introduce what is the highlight of every convocation ceremony, the time-honored valedictorian's address. Inspiring, funny, hopeful, and emotional, these farewell addresses from a classmate to their peers are particularly poignant during these challenging times. While today's address cannot be delivered in person this year, it has been crafted specifically for you with the same care and attention as always. A personal message exploring the connections between our graduates means so much more in this unprecedented year. A year where we were all challenged to connect in new ways with everyone. Graduates, you've endured so much together and made so many unique sacrifices. I want to take this opportunity to thank each of you for embracing our switch to virtual student services. From counseling to tutoring and beyond, our professional team have worked hard to continue to meet your personal and academic needs online, and your adaptability has been deeply appreciated. There's a large student services village that proudly serves as champions of our learners' success. On behalf of them all, I want to say congratulations. And now on to words of wisdom from one of your own. I am pleased to call upon Valedictorian Nashima Malvia, graduate of the Business Management and Entrepreneurship Program. Nashima?
Thank you. Hello, everyone. It is my absolute privilege and honor to stand here today as valedictorian for the School of Business on behalf of the graduating class of 2021 and say a few words for our commencement. First of all, we did it. This is it, you guys. Let's all take a big sigh of relief. Okay. I am so grateful for each and every one of you for lifting yourself and others around you to get through this last year. I'd like to believe that this past year of our time at Algonquin won't be defined by the pandemic, but rather how we persevered through it all together to be here today. I want to thank all our professors for teaching so many black screens on Zoom and the peers who let me see their cats and dogs in breakout rooms. Through my program, I have learned that you don't have to be just one thing or follow a linear path in life. I have had the honor to meet and work with 20-year-olds that are already running successful businesses, and I have met 40 and 50-year-olds with decades of experience who are finding a new path for themselves. They've all taught me a lot. I will not tell you that when you step into the world as graduates today, that everything will be rainbows and unicorns, because often it's not. Sometimes things like not getting that job or internship that you wanted will just suck. What's important is what you do with that. You feel sad, yes. You take the time you need to process it. You sit in your bed with a tub of ice cream, you cry, you binge Netflix. Hey, I don't know your process. But then you get up, you brush yourself off, and you try again. And that is what defines you. I also want to recognize all international students like myself who are thousands of miles away from home and family, learning new languages and customs, and sacrificing so much to be here and to build a new life for themselves. I see you, and I hope you don't apologize for your culture and all the unique things that make you, you. Keep fighting for a seat at the table because you deserve it. I will end my speech by reminding you to live your life, and I mean live each day mindfully. Don't just exist. If you've seen the show The Office, remember how in the end Andy Bernard says, I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you actually left them. Don't miss the good day today. Don't let the future that you strive for keep you from living the present. Thank you very much. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you. We now move to the part of the ceremony where we recognize our graduates. I would like to call upon the Dean to come to the podium and introduce the graduates. Dean Beauchamp.
Thank you, Chris. Good afternoon, everyone. I am your Dean, Julie Beauchamp, and I'm pleased to be here on behalf of the School of Business. We are very proud of our graduates and feel privileged to have been a part of their successful learning journeys. At this time, on behalf of Algonquin College, I would like to acknowledge the commitment and successes of the School of Business. Mr. President, each of these graduates has dedicated themselves to successfully completing the requirements of their program. These individuals are ready to make their mark in their chosen career. It is with great pleasure and honor that I recommend them for graduation.
Thank you. It is my great pleasure now to welcome you, our graduates, as the newest members of the Algonquin College Alumni and Friends Network. We have now come to the end of our ceremony, and it has been a pleasure to celebrate with you today. I will now turn it back over to your Dean to continue the celebration. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2021. It has been an absolute pleasure celebrating with you today. It is my great pleasure to welcome you, our graduates, as our newest member of the Algonquin College Alumni and Friends Network. We're so proud of you. Before I go over next step, please watch this video on how you can stay connected with Algonquin College as our alumni.
Algonquin College graduates are members of a connected community of over 200,000 alumni. They are leaders in their industries and champions for our learners.
The Alumni and Friends Network is, to me, very important because it's an opportunity to connect and stay connected to something that I loved. As chair of the Program Advisory Committee for the Social Service Worker Program, I still have an opportunity to align with fellow colleagues and alumni who also give back on a regular basis, and it feels good to give back.
Algonquin is like a family. A part of you always stays here, so stay connected, embrace these connections, all these support and resources.
We invite you to join our network of fellow grads. By staying connected, you will learn about the exciting improvements happening on our campuses. You will gain access to career and professional development opportunities, and enjoy savings offered to you as proud alumni. So we invite you to stay connected at algonquincollege.com/alumni.
Graduates, I would now encourage you to find and click on your customized graduate slide on the Convocation website homepage. This is your moment to take a virtual walk across the stage. And even though the experience is different, being at home, what hasn't changed is all the hard work and dedication you put forth to reach this point. So you should be very proud of yourself. I hope each of you will use this slide as a keepsake to remind you of your incredible accomplishments. Share it on social media, email it to your family and friends. Be proud. This is your moment to share with your community. After you have viewed your slide, we invite you to connect with your professors and classmates through our school's reception. You have received your Zoom link via email. As your dean, I want to thank you for joining us today and invite you to join me for some fun at our reception. If you cannot find your link, go to the help desk on the Convocation main page and they will help you. Congratulations again, class of 2021.